Have you ever paused to think that the last revelation preserved in the Quran might hold within its verses knowledge that centuries later modern science would only confirm? When we approach the Quran and science, we uncover layers of wisdom that speak to both our spirit and our mind. Among these insights, the topic of medical miracles in Quran stands out as a profound intersection of faith and empirical discovery. Terms like medical miracles in Quran and scientific miracles in Quran Explained have become popular in recent decades as researchers and believers alike marvel at how the divine message touched on biological reality long before the invention of microscopes or ultrasound machines. In this narrative, we will journey through 5 of the greatest medical miracles mentioned in the Quran. Each miracle will be explored with simple and clear language so that everyone can grasp these wonders without specialized science training. Along the way, we will draw on Quranic verses such as those found in Surah Al-Mu'minun 23:12-14 and Surah An-Nahl 16:69 and authentic hadith statements to illuminate the depth of these divine signs. Let's begin this exploration of Islamic science and witness the harmony between revelation and reason. These 5 examples not only deepen our understanding of the Quran's message, but also serve as reminders of the unity between religion and the natural world. As we explore these signs, you will see how classical Islamic scholars pondered these topics and how modern scientists verify them in laboratories and hospitals around the world. This is a journey of wonder, connecting past and present through the lens of divine revelation. As we dive into these medical miracles, we maintain a focus on clarity and simplicity, guided by the principle that profound truths can be understood by all. The Quran repeatedly invites us to ponder creation, to observe the signs in our own bodies and the world around us, and to draw lessons from what lies beneath the surface. Through engaging commentary, we will explore 5 areas where the divine text coincides with discoveries in modern medicine. In each case, the language of the Quran is neither vague nor abstract. Instead, it speaks with striking precision that resonates with today's scientific understanding. Alongside Quranic citations, we will reference authentic hadith to enrich our perspective. This exploration exemplifies the concept of Quran and science, showing that faith and reason can strengthen each other. By the end of this journey, the phrase medical miracles in Quran will carry new weight, reflecting a tapestry of signs woven into our own biology. One of the most celebrated examples of scientific miracles in Quran Explained is the description of human embryological development. In Surah Al-Mu'minun 23:12-14, the Quran states, "And certainly did. We create man from an extract of clay. Then we placed him as a sperm drop in a firm lodging. Then we made the sperm drop into a clinging clot, and we made the clot into a lump, tube-like structure. And we made the lump bones, and we covered the bones with flesh. Then we developed him into another creation." This sequence, from al-nutfah, drop, to al-alaqah, chewed lump, to bone formation and flesh covering, mirrors modern embryology textbooks. Another verse in Surah Al-Hajj 22:5 echoes this progression, inviting reflection on the stages in the maternal womb. Early Muslim scholars raised questions about how humans could have been described in such detail without dissection or microscopes. Only centuries later did pioneers like Carl Ernst von Baer and embryologists of the 19th century uncover these precise steps under the microscope, confirming that the Quranic account resonates with our current understanding of prenatal development. This alignment is a striking example of the harmony between revelation and reason at a time when most ancient texts offered only myth or philosophy regarding conception. The Quran provided a clear, stepwise description. The terminology used, clinging clot and chewed lump, captures the appearance of the embryo under magnification long before such instruments existed. Modern medical imaging, such as ultrasound and endoscopic cameras, reveal the embryo within the uterus at around 21 to 28 days, resembling a small, curved structure that clings to the uterine wall. By around week 6, the human embryo takes on a distinct somite structure that can be likened to a tiny lump with segmented shadows, akin to a chewed or gnawed piece of clay. These parallels underscore the precision of medical miracles mentioned in the Quran and provide insight into the divine craftsmanship behind life's earliest stages. For believers, this convergence between revelation and laboratory observation deepens faith and encourages the pursuit of knowledge. It serves as a reminder that the Quranic message addresses not only spiritual guidance, but also invites exploration of the natural world through the lens of Islamic science. Reflecting on the first term al-nutfa, which literally means drop, we recognize the Quran's reference to the sperm and egg fusion that begins human life. In Surah Al-Insan 76:2, the phrase "created man from a drop of mingled sperm" highlights this union of male and female fluids. Geneticists today describe how chromosomes from each parent combine to determine the unique genetic blueprint of every human being. The Quranic emphasis on this single drop of genetic mixture predates the discovery of DNA and the role of chromosomes in heredity. Advances in reproductive medicine, such as in vitro fertilization, IVF, and genetic screening, center on this principle first articulated in the Quran. Moreover, appreciating al-nutfa underscores the sanctity of human life from its earliest moment. Contemporary bioethics debates emphasize recognizing human dignity beginning at conception, and the Quranic reference resonates strongly with these discussions. Following the al-nutfa stage, the Quran describes the embryo as al-alaka, often translated as clinging clot or leech-like substance. This phrase draws attention to the embryo's attachment to the uterine lining and its appearance. When observed through high-resolution ultrasounds, a 6-week embryo resembles a small, curved mass, with projections that anchor it into the endometrium, much like a leech. Historians of medicine agree that such descriptive accuracy would have been impossible without technological observation. This example of Quran and science convergence demonstrates that an ancient text contained insights into human development that modern biology only unveiled within the last century. After the al-ilah stage, the Quran refers to the embryo as al-mugha, which translates as chewed lump. Under magnification, somites appear as paired structures reminiscent of morsels of flesh that seem to be chewed. This step aligns closely with microscopic findings from embryology labs, where somite segmentation indicates early organogenesis. The use of the word al-mugha centuries ago points to an awareness of these morphological changes long before any anatomical research. Medical students now learn to recognize someti shadows in ultrasound exams as critical markers of neural tube development, making this another clear instance of medical miracles in Quran. Continuing the sequence, the Quran describes the transformation of the lump into bones and then the covering of those bones with flesh. Modern embryology confirms that cartilage appears before ossification and muscle tissue grows around the developing skeleton. Around week 6 to 8, the embryo's cartilage model forms and begins to mineralize, producing true bone. Shortly after, muscle fibers envelop this skeleton in a process known as myogenesis. These clinical realities underscore the precision of the Quranic portrayal, illustrating how revelation and reason can coalesce to reveal truths about our development. Taken together, these verses weave a narrative of human formation that modern science has meticulously documented. The step-by-step account, Nutfa, Alaka, Mudga, bones and flesh, forms a coherent roadmap of embryogenesis. With the aid of cell biology and imaging technology, the microscopic stages outlined in the Quran found empirical support. For believers and scientists alike, this convergence offers profound inspiration, revealing a tapestry where faith and reason meet in harmony. Another inspiring example of scientific miracles in Quran Explained is the description of milk production in mammals. In Surah An-Nahl 1666, the Quran states, "And indeed for you, in grazing livestock is a lesson. We give you drink from what is in their bellies. Between excretion and blood, pure milk, palatable to drinkers." Modern nutrition science shows that milk contains a balanced combination of proteins, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins, and minerals essential for growth and health. Researchers have discovered that mammary glands filter nutrients from the bloodstream, synthesizing these components while removing waste products. The Quran's mention of between excretion and blood anticipates the separation of waste and nutrients in milk synthesis, a concept only fully understood in cellular biology and biochemistry. Modern endocrinology explains that milk production depends on hormonal signals. Prolactin stimulates milk synthesis, while oxytocin triggers milk ejection. Mammary epithelial cells express tight junction proteins that prevent harmful substances from entering milk. The Quran's description of milk as pure resonates with this selective barrier function, ensuring that milk remains wholesome and free from toxins. Nutrition experts design infant formulas to mimic the balanced nutrients in natural breast milk, an endeavor inspired by this divine insight centuries ago. In addition to Surah An-Nahl, the Quran addresses breastfeeding duration in Surah Al-Baqarah. Mothers may breastfeed their children 2 complete years for whoever wishes to complete the nursing. Modern pediatric guidelines, including those of the World Health Organization, recommend exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months, with continued nursing up to 2 years or beyond. This alignment between divine guidance and global health standards underscores the Quran's holistic vision of well-being. Taken together, the verses on milk production and breastfeeding form a tapestry of guidance that intersects with modern medicine. For scientists and believers, the concept of medical miracles in Quran emerges vividly in these passages, highlighting the text's timeless relevance. Among the sweetest of divine signs is the mention of honey's healing properties in the Quran. In Surah An-Nahl 16:68-69, the text invites us to observe the bees' labor and reveals, "There emerges from their bellies a drink of varying colors, in which there is healing for people." Ancient communities recognized honey as a simple sweetener, but the Quran framed it as a sign of healing, pointing toward its antiseptic and therapeutic properties long before clinical trials. In the Sunnah, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, emphasized honey's value, saying, make use of the two cures, honey and the Quran. And honey is a remedy for every illness, and the Quran is a remedy for all the illness of the mind. Sahih al-Bukhari. Modern research confirms honey's antibacterial and anti-influenza properties, leading to its use in treating wounds, burns, and certain infections. This convergence of prophetic guidance and scientific evidence exemplifies Islamic science's comprehensive nature. At the molecular level, honey's composition is a complex blend of sugars, amino acids, vitamins, minerals, and enzymes. The enzyme glucose oxidase creates a mild antiseptic environment by releasing hydrogen peroxide, while antimicrobial peptides like B defensin 1 combat bacteria, including antibiotic-resistant strains such as MRSA. Clinical-grade honeys, notably Manuka honey, are incorporated into wound dressings and topical gels, accelerating tissue regeneration and reducing scarring. Honey also acts as a prebiotic, nourishing beneficial gut bacteria and supporting digestive health. When we see these properties in light of the Quranic description of healing for people, the label of miracle feels fitting and highlights the enduring gift from the bees. The story of honey stands as one of the sweetest intersections of faith and reason. From soothing sore throats to healing diabetic foot ulcers, honey's versatility mirrors the Quranic portrayal of a substance endowed with healing power. This dynamic interplay between sacred text and clinical data fuels ongoing research in integrative medicine, illuminating the profound role of medical miracles in shaping our approach to health and wellness. The fourth remarkable sign is the Quran's mention of iron as a divinely sent element. In Surah Al-Hadid 57:25, it says, "We sent down iron, in which is mighty power and benefits for the people." Modern geology shows that significant amounts of iron on Earth arrived via ancient meteor strikes, carrying iron-nickel alloys from space. The Quranic phrase, "sent down," poetically anticipates this extraterrestrial origin. Beyond its cosmic roots, iron is essential to human physiology. It forms the core of hemoglobin and myoglobin, proteins that transport oxygen in blood and muscles. Iron deficiency remains the world's most common nutritional disorder, leading to anemia and fatigue. The early Quranic insight into iron's value provides a classic example of how Quran and science can bridge cosmic phenomena with cellular necessity. The link between iron's celestial arrival and its terrestrial importance speaks to the Quran's layered guidance. In 19th century laboratories, chemists identified the unique crystalline patterns of meteorite iron. Today, medical professionals prescribe iron supplements to treat anemia and measure serum ferritin to assess iron stores. Iron-connecting enzymes facilitate DNA synthesis, energy production, and neurotransmitter metabolism. In neonatology, monitoring a newborn's iron stores is crucial to prevent developmental delays. That a single Quranic verse could allude to both meteorite origins and biochemical functions underscores the unity of knowledge under divine wisdom. As public health initiatives fortify staples like flour and salt with iron to combat deficiency, they echo the Quranic message that iron is a gift with manifold benefits. This synergy between religious insight and global health policy illustrates the continuing relevance of medical miracles in Quran in today's world. The final miracle in our exploration of Islamic science is the depiction of water as the origin of all life. In Surah Al-Anbiya 21:30, the Quran declares, "And we made from water every living thing." This statement encapsulates a cornerstone of biology. Water is the solvent of life. Cells consist mostly of water. Blood plasma transports nutrients, and countless biochemical reactions occur in aqueous solutions. Intravenous fluid therapy, dialysis machines, and cell culture technologies all rely on water's unique properties. Water's polarity allows it to dissolve a wide range of substances, facilitating metabolic reactions and temperature regulation. Pediatricians emphasize proper hydration to prevent infant mortality, while critical care units administer saline and dextrose solutions in life-saving measures. These clinical applications echo the Quranic verse underscoring water's central role in life and healing. Beyond its chemical roles, water accounts for about 60% of an adult's body weight and supports digestion, circulation, and neural transmission. The kidneys regulate water and electrolyte balance, filtering blood to remove waste while retaining vital solutes. Dialysis mimics this kidney function, cleansing blood for patients with renal failure. Water also buffers acid-base's balance through bicarbonate in blood plasma, maintaining homeostasis. Environmental medicine highlights the need for clean water in preventing disease, and global health campaigns focus on safe water access to reduce mortality and support development. The Quran's early emphasis on water's life-giving properties resonates with these modern efforts, highlighting a unifying theme. Divine guidance and scientific discovery work hand in hand to preserve and enhance life. Historically, hydrotherapy, the therapeutic use of water, has roots in Islamic medicine. Scholars like Ibn Sina and Al-Razi describe the benefits of hot and cold water treatments for pain relief, muscle relaxation, and improved circulation. Today, physiotherapists use contrast baths for inflammation, and warm hydrotherapy pools support arthritis patients through buoyancy, and even ritual ablution, wudu, may offer psychological benefits by promoting calm and mindfulness through tactile and rhythmic motions. These practices reflect the Quranic vision of health that integrates physical, mental, and spiritual well-being, exemplifying the depth of medical miracles in Quran. As we conclude this exploration of 5 greatest medical miracles mentioned in the Quran, we stand in awe of the text's multifaceted insights. From the intricate stages of embryonic development to the purity of milk, from honey's healing sweetness and iron's cosmic origin to water's foundational role in life, each miracle reflects a tapestry of wisdom woven into divine revelation. These signs resonate with modern scientific discoveries, uniting biology, medicine, and chemistry. They invite us to see the Quranic verses not as distant metaphors, but as dynamic statements that continue to guide research, inform healthcare practices, and deepen our spiritual connection. This convergence of revelation and reason exemplifies Quran and science and reinforces the concept of Islamic science as a bridge between faith and empirical knowledge. Ultimately, these 5 signs stand as testaments to the unity of divine revelation and scientific exploration. They compel us to respect the intricate design of our bodies and ecosystems, to pursue health as a sacred trust, and to acknowledge that in every cell, drop of water, spoonful of honey, and speck of iron lies a message waiting to be heard. Let the symphony of Quranic insight and medical discovery guide our steps toward a more informed, compassionate, and spiritually attuned future.